Yo, hello everyone, and welcome back again to a brand new video. Google Sheets introduced. Today's video, we are turning on your favorite spreadsheet tool into a powerhouse for creating invoices in 2024. From simple template to automated calculations, Google Sheets has got it all. I will guide you through the process step by step, sharing some creative ways to make your invoice stand out. So guys, let's get started. So before we start with this video, make sure to watch it from now till the end so you have the full information. So, the first thing guys that I will need you to do is to simply head up to your Google Sheets. So there it is. That's the same thing that I'm going to do. Here they have given you some kind of template gallery that you can go for. You might find invoices in here if you would like to start with something special or something as simple as this one. But for us today, I'm going to teach you basically how you can create such a thing in your basically like spreadsheets on Google. So the first thing is to have a blank spreadsheet. So the first thing I'm going to do is to click right here and to create a blank spreadsheet. After we do so, now we want to actually put everything in place. For example, I want this location to be for my logo, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to basically, I would like it to be like something that looks more like a square. So let's go for 10 by 10. Yeah, 10 by 10 looks good. All right. So this is a good square for logo. Here I'm going to add, for example, like the name of the invoice. Here I would like to add some details like the address and some kind of text that I would like to add later on. So guys, if you didn't like understand what we are going to do now, what are we doing right now, is basically just the layout of the invoice. So here, for example, it's going to be invoice the number 001. So the text has to be perfectly lined in the middle. It should be like here. We should go here, put it in the middle of this line, and yeah, let's try to put here the text. So in invoice, and let's add, for example, 001, and it's going to be in the middle. Here I have to make it bigger so it can be noticeable, and we can change the font right through here to make it even better. So here we can add the address. I'm going to copy the style of this, put it right here, put the address, so United States of America. And basically, just to make it as address, we're just gonna like make it smaller, not bold as the invoice name. The invoice has to be much bigger, so let's put it like that, as big as it could be. So it has to be noticeable. Here, for example, the name of the company or something like that. So company like signature. It has to be here as well. So I'm going to copy this, or just copy the style and paste it right here. And this one I'm gonna make it much smaller, and we can add here something like, or we can keep it as it is for now. So here I'm going to add a logo. Basically, to add a logo, you can just drag it. So for me, I'm just going to open my files and try to get a pretty decent logo to use. Okay, we have this, basically this ChatGPT logo, but I don't think it is pretty much good. So I'm going to click here on inserts, and I'm going to try to add like an image. So insert image in a cell, over cells, and here I'm going to drag file here. So let's drag this file, which is the ChatGPT logo, and I'm going to make it small and make it fit right there. So this is perfectly good for me. Now for the others, I'm just going to make it white. So let me just make everything here white. So here we go. Or we can, for example, make it green in case we would like to have it like that. Here for these three things, I would really like to have them with like something like that. Yeah, this is pretty good. I would like to have like something like a stroke on them. After we are finished with that, we would like to have here the customer information. So I would like to add here customer. So here the customer name, here the due date, X, or for example, let's put here like a correct date. So the 31 of 3 on 2024, something like that. And this seems to be perfect. Here I would like to add the same style of this one on them. So no, not like that. Just the text. We can't copy the text. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to change the style to Arial. Okay, the same thing goes here, the same thing goes here, here, and here. Perfect. What we want to add also to this invoice is basically some kind of simple calculations. So here what I'm going to do is to add items. So here, item. Here let's merge them together and add description. Here I'm going to add a price per unit. So price per unit. Here we can add quantity and the total. So this is basically how we want it to be. So it's going to be basically a table. I'm going to make it like that, put everything in the middle, and yeah, this seems to be good. So now we just have to add couple rows. I'm going to keep them like that, and this one has to be like so. So each line has to be like that, like that. Alright, that seems to be perfect. And now let's add them together. So we're gonna make them like so, and this looks perfect. Here in this total we have to do some kind of like math equation. So here the total is gonna be the price of units and the multiplied by the quantity. So now it is 0, and we're gonna go to this point, which is right here, as you can see, guys. In this total right here, you will find like this blue point, so just drag it. So this is exactly the same thing that I'm going to do here. Just drag it, and basically now what we are going to expect is once we put here any kind of price, so this is price per unit, it is still 0, but once we change the quantity to 2, let me just change it to 2, it's gonna be 20. So it has been multiplied. The same thing here, 3.5, it is 15. That's correct. So this is exactly what we want in this invoice. Also, we would like to add here the items. So here you would like to add any item, you just have to add it right here. And now we are simply just gonna make sure that this is like that. This is also like so. Alright, let me just add those together, this one with that one. Alright, this one also with that one. That's perfect. So now what I want to do is to add the edges. So it is like so. Here I want it to be somewhere from the left and right, so it's going to be like that, and yeah, something like that. So it can surround every single aspect of the invoice itself. And finally, what you want to add is a total. So total here, which is going to be basically the amount or the sum of these 5 sections that we have already. And if there is any tax or to add, we would like to add it here, and here, or here it's going to be named subtotal, and here the final total, which is going to be the same thing. So it's going to be this one minus that one, and just like that. Alright, simply just like that, we have finished our invoice. So now all we need to do is to rename this sheet name to invoice, and we have created a fully remade invoice. So all we need to fix is the margin. Here we go, and yeah, that's perfectly done. So let's add some kind of lines here, some borders, and the same thing goes right here. For this one has to be in right, and that one has to be on the left and on the bottom. And just like that, we have created our simple looking invoice on Google Sheets. So thank you guys a lot for watching, and see you guys on the next tutorial.